Hello students, myself Srikanto Sen. I am continuing with the lecture 6B. Due to some problem I have to discard the latter part of my video, so I am continuing with it with 6B. So in my last class I discussed about this software piracy. Now this is a picture of the software lying at roadside in Beijing. So whenever a software is developed, the first pirated copy starts circulating from China. Recently, Chinese government has made a campaign and effort to stop this kind of pirated software promotion. Next is phishing. Phishing is the act of sending an email to an user falsely claiming to be an established legitimate enterprise in an attempt to scam the user into surrendering private information that will be used for identity theft. So it can be well understood if I show you a picture of this. Look at this picture. Few days back I got a mail from Facebook. I don't know why Facebook will mail me, but I got a mail from Facebook with a link that within few days your Facebook account will be deactivated. So we are sending you a login screen where you need to type your email ID and password so that we can continue with your account, or you can use it further. So it looks like a legitimate Facebook page, but if I look at it carefully, I find that it is not a Facebook. It looks something different. www and something different extension is there. So what was the concept? Concept is that somebody tries to steal my Facebook user ID and password. Hence, send me a link, pretend to be from Facebook, and if by mistake I give my user ID and password into that page, that will never go to Facebook but goes to a different web server, and they when they have my user ID and password, and they can post from my account. So that is the concept of phishing. Sometimes you get this kind of mail from your bank that your account will be closed, you update your user id and mpin number, this kind of things. So this is again the important one, is always look at the url. You don't look at the page, look at the url. If you look at the url, you can easily identify is it from that your bank account or from a phishing scam. Next, we'll start with sale of illegal articles, online gambling, and email spoofing. Gambling is still a offense in India. You cannot do online gambling. It may be online, maybe offline, but you cannot do gambling. It is still is considered as a cyber crime. Now, sale of illegal articles. Think of narcotics, weapons, wildlife goods. Selling these kind of things online is also a kind of illegal activities. Email spoofing means, suppose you got a mail from your HOD's email ID or from your principal's email ID that tomorrow college will close, but that is not the mail sent by your HOD or your principal. So what the attacker does, the attacker uses the email ID of your principal or your HOD and send a mail on behalf of them, though your HOD and principal is unaware of this. So this is the concept of email spoofing. Email spoofing means you are using the email ID of an normal person and sending a mail to the victim, pretending that the mail is actually sent from your HOD or from your principal. So how email spoofing occurs? Alice's computer get infected by malware. You need to infect your computer with malware. Now, the malware collects email addresses of Bob and Charlie. So it collects the email ID from Bob and Charlie because the email ID of Bob and Charlie is present in Alice's computer or in the email address. Now, the malware sent mails to Charlie, forging the email address of Bob. Suppose the Bob email address is bob@gmail.com and Charlie is charlie@gmail.com. Now, that malware sends a mail from Bob's email account to Charlie's email account, though the Bob did not actually send any kind of mail to Charlie. So this kind of concept is called email spoofing. Similar to email spoofing, SMS spoofing is also possible, where uh, you can write any phone number into to field and any phone number into form field, and you can write the message and you can submit. So suppose you can write uh, your friend's phone number into to field, and from means suppose your principal's phone number into from field, and send a message that tomorrow there is no exam, and can click. So this is the concept of SMS spoofing. Your friend will get a SMS from your principal's phone number, and he or she will assume that the principal actually sent that SMS, though that is not correct. It can be proved easily that that SMS is a spoofed SMS. So another picture is given here. Write in this place, write the mobile number to whom you want to send a message with country code, and in this case you will find that the sender number is available. So any phone number for sender and for any phone number for receiver, and just click on send message, and it is done. Correct. Now it is bit difficult, but it is possible. So this is about SMS spoofing. Next one is cyber defamation. Cyber defamation means there is a celebrity person, say suppose prime minister of a country, and if somebody searches in the Google the world best mafia, you will find that a picture of the prime minister appears, or Google represent the picture of prime minister of a particular country in front of the person. So what happens? The fame of the celebrity or the prime minister is defamed online, and that is the concept of cyber defamation. Okay, in this case we'll find that people use computers to make currency notes, fake passports, fake mark sheets. All these are part of cyber crime. You are using printers, scanners, computers. So as you are using printer, scanner, computers, so it becomes a part of computer crime. Next one is theft of information contained in electronic form. Like suppose you store some information into hard disk, external hard disk, a pen drive, and if somebody take it away without informing you, that is a kind of theft of information contained in electronic form. Okay, I am showing you a picture of a gang making some fake currency. So what the attacker does, attacker tries to log into a particular web server with user ID and password and try to dump all information from the server into the computer. Now once it has been downloaded into computer, the attacker take that data into an external pen drive and move away. This is the concept of theft of information contained in electronic form. This way actually the steps happen. Next one is email bombing. Email bombing means will get your email box is flooded with lots of messages like subscribe to this channel, subscribe to this forum, subscribe to this group. So you are flooded with lots of messages, and such that you actually missed away your actual emails. Next one is data diddling. Data diddling means modifying the data before it reaches to the server. So when you send some data from your computer, before it reaches to the server, there is a person tries to attack that data and modify that data. Suppose the price of a product is 300 rupees. Now when you click on purchase 300 rupees and submit, so before it leaves your computer, some person sitting in the LAN somewhere collect that data modified that 300 rupees into 3000 rupees and send it to the server. So what happened? Your 3000 rupees is gone because you actually need to pay 300 rupees, but you are actually paying 3000 rupees to buy that product. It is possible. It is possible. It is possible with the help of a software called ARP poisoning. Next one is internet time theft. Internet time refers to the usage of unauthorized person of the internet hours paid for by another person. Like in Surfing Center, you pay some money to use the internet for few hours. Suppose you paid 100 rupees to use internet for 2 hours. After 2 hours, you cannot surf internet because they will give you a coupon. Once you log in with that coupon, and you'll find that it is fixed to 2 hours. After 2 hours, you cannot surf the internet. But if it is possible that you paid for 2 hours, but you are using the internet in the cyber cafe for almost 8 or 10 hours, that is called the internet time theft. It is possible. Definitely it is possible with some trick. Next one is theft of computer system. This type of offenses involve the theft of computer, some parts of a computer, or a peripheral attached to the computer. Okay, now I am showing you the picture of email bombing. In this case, the bot or a automated program create multiple forms, and in all these forms the bot put the email ID of the victim and send thousands of mail to the victim and ask for subscription. I'm showing you one picture where the bot filled lots of forms with the victim's email ID, and the victim is flooded with lots of information saying that confirm subscription, confirm subscription, confirm subscription, and that is only possible because the form may be sourced from different computer, but it is destined to a particular victim because all the forms are filled with a single email ID. That means the email ID is being bombed by the attacker. Okay, now look, this is example of man in the middle attack. So when you send 300 rupees to the server, it can go directly, but if somebody sitting in the LAN can get access of your data 300 rupees and can make this 300 into 3000 rupees and send it to the web application. So what happens? This is the concept of data diddling, where somebody sitting in between user and web application got the data and modify that data with some unintended values. Okay, this is a picture of theft of computer system, where you just take a CD from your office and just put it in your pocket, and now you're enjoying the content in the CD. Okay, next one is different kinds of cyber crimes. The different kinds of cyber crimes are physically damaging the computer system, breach of privacy, and confidentiality. Okay, I'm showing you physically damaging a computer system means after the crime, what happens? The cyber criminals try to damage the computer. That means broke that computer into pieces, so that it becomes extremely difficult to identify what the content is there in the hard disk or in the computer. That is the concept of physically damaging a computer system. And breach of privacy and confidentiality is privacy refers to the right of an individual to determine when, how, and to what extent his or her personal data will be shared with others. So if you find that you have a Facebook account and somebody is using your date of birth, your phone numbers, and your picture, and creating a similar account and try to pretend to be your account, that means the concept of your privacy and confidentiality is gone. So this is the again an example of cyber crime. You will find hundreds of fake accounts of celebrities in Twitter and Facebook, though they are not present into that into social media, but hundreds and hundreds of fake account are circulating into social media. So this one is the most important one, cyber terrorism. Cyber terrorism means a group of people, definitely supported by the organization or the government, they try to disrupt the facilities of other countries or government system. Like suppose Indian Rail. In Indian Rail, you can buy tickets. There is a system called Tatkal. Now you can buy tickets. So when the Tatkal window is open, you will find that immediately all tickets are sold. Now how it is possible? And after investigation, India government find that people sitting in Dubai with lots of computers, they are doing this kind of thing, and uh, actually damaging the economy of India. So this is a kind of cyber terrorism. I am showing you some picture of cyber terrorism, like the COVID hospital robots could be hacked for cyber terrorism. Now in many hospital, government are using robots to supply foods and medicines to the patient. Now imagine all the robots are controlled by a Wi-Fi signal or a remote controlled signal. Now if all the robots are attacked or hacked, then what will happen to the system? That is the concept of cyber terrorism. I am showing you one more. Cyber attacks hits Israel water system. Now there is a water system, there is a nuclear power system, nuclear site, there are some military sites. All these sites are being attacked by organized criminals, definitely sponsored by some government. They have some government backups, correct? So this is about for today's class. Thank you for listening.